I'm Wes Johnson, President Johnson Hand Controls, and today I'm going to show you how to utilize our patented clamshell mounting system for crossovers. This will fit almost any crossover in the market. If you ever have a doubt, pick up the phone and call me. First, so turn signal arms are not round. People think they are, but they aren't. Okay, because of that, other crossovers in the market use either a hose clamp or a pipe anchor clamp, and with use, they'll move down the shaft. We come up with a better idea. It's comprised of the two sides of the clamshell, 2 set screws for mounting, a height adjustment screw, and 2 bottom set screws. This is the way it works. Put it on the arm. Now I did initially, normally I would mount this out here for the end of the arm. You don't want to mount over top of any controls, but it gives better leverage for when you're using the crossover. But we're going to mount it down here where it's real tapered. So what we got to do, you put it in there, take your hand. This is a 3/16 Allen wrench, same down there, and a 1/8. Those are the two you'll need. Okay, first thing you do is tighten up the outside cap screw. Okay, you don't have to twist it off, you just tighten it up. Then you tighten up the inside set screw at the bottom. Okay, you take this, you screw this in until you feel the contact, and then about a 1/4 turn is all you really need to hold it in place. Now you don't this way you limit any kind of damage you do. Now at this point, I want you to look at this signal arm. You see, this is tight at the top, but at the bottom there's a big gap. Again, like I said, they're not round. Okay. Now I'm going to screw this. Now I'm going to screw in the height adjustment screw. And if you watch this, as I screw this down here, it'll start shifting that arm up to where you see that starts spacing, starts to become more about the same. You want to try to get this relatively perpendicular to the arm. Okay. One thing I didn't tell you is that when you're putting this on, you want this about 5 degrees forward off center because of this turn signal arm going across the steering wheel. Not a big thing, but it's something you need to know. Okay, I've got that tightened. I got that adjusted. Now I'll tighten the inside bottom screw again. Contact about a 1/4 turn, and then tighten this inside one. Now this is going to be difficult to turn in. It's not real easy because it's got a twist going on in the assembly. It doesn't need to go all the way in. Just bring her down to where the bolt is about level with the mounting, because it actually goes inside that realistically. And that's how you mount it. The continuation of this video will show the arm, and I'll explain the things, the idiosyncrasies of that. Any of the other items you look at, this video will be the same. So if you watch this one, you can fast forward through some of the others. All right, thank you. All right, now we already got our mounting on. Now it's time to put the crossover arm. A little about the crossover arm. It's T6 aluminum, so it is malleable. You can bend it, but it's strong. The only reason I say that is because Not all turn signals are monitored in the same position. Some are up at 10 o'clock, some are at 9 o'clock like this. Yeah, they vary based on the model of car. Honda tends to do that a lot, but that's just one of them. Okay, so what are you going to do about that? Well, first we're going to put this on. Just put her down the hole. And bring that just so it makes contact so you can still move it. Okay, at this point, you have to look to see where this is at. This should be right at the same level, same outside diameter as the steering wheel. It should not stick out. If it does, just take a hacksaw, cut it off, take the burrs off, put the end cap on. Okay. If it's way too high, okay, which normally doesn't happen, but it could be way high, then just take it out, and bend it down. That's all you got to do. Okay. The important aspect of it is don't let it go up behind the wheel, because this is what makes this whole product work. People that drive use their left hand to signal. They're used to it, one finger. Everybody always does it that way. But on the right-hand side, we're used to grabbing a shift lever. And so they want to grab this and pull it toward them. Okay? And that's going to happen. That's going to twist in the mount, because it is aluminum. It'll twist in the mount, and eventually it'll break loose. The set screw will wear a gouge in the metal, and it'll come loose on you. Okay? So what you do first, make sure this is going to be where it needs to be. Should be up around 10 or 2 o'clock, somewhere in that area. Okay? Put the person in the car. Have them take their hand, put it on the steering wheel, and reach out as far as they can. Okay? At that point, their fingertips should just touch the arm. Okay? Not the joint where they can grab it, just the finger pad. And at this point, you just tighten it up. Okay? Now, once you've done that for somebody, when you go to tighten it up, just give it a little snug, but then take it back out. And you look right here on the arm, it leaves a mark. This is anodized, so it'll mark out. Okay. Take a file a little flat spot, grinding wheel, whatever. Grind a little flat spot there. So when it goes back together, you've got a reference point that it's going to go to. Now you can tighten it down. Okay, you're not going to break it. This has a helicoil threads in it. You're not going to get it. You're not going to break it. So cinch it down, that flat spot. So just in case they do get carried away and start yanking on it, if they do break it loose, you have a reference point to go back to tighten it up. Those are the most critical things about the crossovers. If you have any questions when you're putting one on, with the arm, with the mount, just give me a call.